Welcome to Wine Wanderings. Today I'm featuring Ben Howe, Vice President of Winemaking, Stoller Wine Group, Willamette Valley, Oregon, just south of Portland. Welcome, Ben.
Hi, nice to be here with you today.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Stoller Wine Group and your role in the organization, your background, and the scope of the wines you produce with Stoller Wine Group?
Absolutely. Stoller Wine Group is a group of two different wineries, a few different brands. So we have Stoller Family Estate is kind of the primary winery. That's where we are producing a lot of the wines. And we have Chehalem Winery, which is kind of a sister winery with Stoller for a long time. The owner was invested in that winery as well. That's actually older than Stoller itself also. And then we have some other brands that are, one's called Chemistry, and that's kind of our more entry level foray into some of the Oregon wines that are produced. And then we have a couple of canned wine brands. We have one called Canned Oregon, which is in 375s, or actually they're 12-ounce cans now. But then we have another canned wine brand called Swing, that is 250 ml cans. And then we have History, which is our founding winemaker, Melissa Burr, has a brand that she's focusing mostly on Washington, Columbia Valley grapes, Cabernet, those kinds of wines, and from historical vineyards as well, like earlier plantings that are in the valleys there. So we are located in Oregon, so in the Willamette Valley and near Portland, so about an hour southwest of Portland, and it's nestled in a valley, and then there's a coast range to the west of us, and then of course the ocean there. And so that is a tempers the weather. And so we have, the winters here are pretty mild. We don't freeze very often, and the summers are cooler than a lot of summers can be as well. And so we have cool nights, moderately warm days, and it's a great region for the fruit that we grow, which is primarily in the valley: Pinot Noir, Pinot Gris, Chardonnay, Riesling, some of the cooler climate grapes. And
Wonderful. A lot of people talk about, you're being very similar to the climate in Burgundy in France.
yeah, it's all about the kind of the degree days and the heat units that we get. And so that is, if we tried to grow Cabernet or Merlot in the valley, we'd maybe be successful once out of every 5 to 10 years or something like that. Not consistent, reliable. And so Pinot Noir, where it's just well adapted as well to where we grow our fruit. And so we have a different terroir here compared to that region as well. So it's really unique to see, especially with Pinot Noir. It really does show terroir. And so it's a really fun grape to work with, in the fact that different vineyards can taste so incredibly different and have a different expression. So we have something that's unique, and there's nothing like it in the world. And so I kind of consider what our Pinots are kind of you have your California Pinots, which are usually kind of richer and a lot of fruit in there. And then you have Burgundy as well, which is a classic expression of Pinot. And I feel like Oregon's kind of right in the middle of those, where you kind of get some earthiness and some fruit, but it's just, it's a really fun place to make Pinot.
And a beautiful location. Well, Ben, thank you for joining us on Wine Wanderings today.
Great to be here.